Hello, I think everything's working. I'm not sure yet, though. Give
Being
me
too
one more
popular
second.
can
Finish
be
setting
such
everything
a
up.
hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Boring. Isn't there anything else more
Alright, we
interesting to
good? Hello,
do?
hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Here, wait, hold on. Let me... Can you hear me? Hello? Alright, we good? Hello, hello? Alright, we good. Hello? Alright, we should be good. Oh, dang, I have Stellar Reunion. Alright. Has it been that long? I didn't think it was that long since I played last, but apparently it was. Alright. I guess it has been a while since I played last. How many pulls we got? Watch, we'll just get him right now. I don't have to farm at all. How much pity am I at real quick, actually? Oh, there's a new 4-star also. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40... Or... I'm at, like, 41 pity. That ain't the best. Candace. Yeah, that's fair. Bruh. At least I don't have to win the 50-50. Wait, do I? Oh, I don't have enough. Dang, alright. The only downside is I'm gonna be out of town for most of Banner, so... Oh, that's my first time getting Candace on this account. That's crazy. Alright, let's do the playtest. Oh, there's new stuff here for Primos. That's good. Am I gonna read that? No. I'm just gonna guess. Alright, isn't it just kind of like Barber, but Cryo, the new 4-star? I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, though. I love how the new 5-star isn't even using Cryo. They really don't even, like, use Cryo at all. It's been a while since what?
Goose on the loose. A little extinguished power.
Alright, yeah, good 5-star. Good 5-star. Good 5-star. And then Shenna.
Let's get down to business.
We all know how to play Shenna, I think. Did he give you another 5-star to test out Shenna? That's crazy. Honestly, this might just be an Ayaka test. They give you 3 5-stars on this test. That's crazy.
Embrace the ice. Whirling by ordinance divine. Unleash.
That's how much a DPS Shenna is not. Because Shenna is just mostly support.
Take flight. Take your true form. Hold the line. Absorption test. Do your master's bidding.
Alright. They literally just give you a Yaka to carry. And then we'll do Candace. They literally... So I can ascend and get a free pull.
Everybody stand back! Animal hypostasis emulation! We shall prevail! Do your worst!
That's close enough.
Flee!
That's close enough.
I'm going in!
Come on, it's almost ready. There.
Swirl, Mark 2!
I could. I've done it before, but I feel like it doesn't really change much at all. Like in the description, you mean?
Teamwork is dreamwork!
I do to my short, so I put like 15 on one short. Not really, I put like 5, but...
You're toast! We shall
I should just start putting like hashtags for stuff that doesn't even relate to the video at all.
I'm going in!
Oh, it's Akari? Oh, okay, I didn't know it was you. Alright, hello Kari.
Grant us your blessing!
Keep changing your
Nice
username.
and spice! Absorption test!
Bro, then, yeah, the new 4-star is just like Barbara though. Because it's like just another 4-star from Monsat. I feel like a lot of people are just gonna not remember.
Commencing cleanup. Spirit blade. Attack. Swift.
Stand clear!
Akari's so last year. That's crazy. What was your other name? It was Akari, then XM, and now Lemmy. Alright, just a question. Is Lemmy based off of Winnie?
Going under.
Just a random question.
Getting gear.
Oh,
Frost is
it's...
coming. Pair. Submit for judgment.
You gotta change your name at least once today to keep me on my
Animal
toes.
module 75! Stand clear! Just say it, the animal archon!
Dead reckoning. Frost
Oh,
is coming.
Limey? Okay.
From whence you came.
You believe in me to get skirts before the, Oh, okay. Oh, I feel like I don't... Which anime was he from?
One with my blade.
I feel like I recognize him, but I haven't seen it.
Frost is coming. Coming.
Yeah, I think I might be able to get skirt before the banner's done. You already have skirt? Alright. Oh, okay. There's so many more animes I need to watch. I need to not only watch the popular ones. Just in general. But yeah, I love how Skirk isn't really even using Cryo at all. They just labeled her as a Cryo character. Because they didn't want to add Abyss. You have a list? I mean, there's just a lot that I could watch, I just haven't yet. Alright. I mean, the main reason why I haven't watched a lot of anime is just because I've been catching up on One Piece for so long. It's a never-ending cycle. Oh, 4-star. What is it? Bruh. Of course it's the food. Of course it's a weapon. Actually, I don't have, like, any 4-star weapons at all yet, so that's not too bad. Can you still hear me? I'm messing stuff. Yeah, okay, we're good. Actually, wait. There's a chance. There's a chance. There's a chance for Spirit. There's a chance. No. Worth a shot. We just gotta somehow get Skirk today. Alright, I guess I'll finally continue the Fontain story arc, because I just haven't been doing it. I don't know why I don't do it. It's peak. Yeah, I also need to do the new Archon quest for the Traveler. Really? Oh, I'm the first? Dang. I feel like a lot of people nowadays just don't watch, like, actual streams anymore. Well, actually, I guess there are a lot of people. But I never see someone in person that's like, oh yeah, I watch full streams. Yeah. Yeah, you all know what's funny that I do? The only, like, streams I watch is once a stream ends, and then, like, the video's up of the stream. Yeah. I just have the most perfect hours of streaming for you to be able to watch. Just lines up. Yeah, like there's like someone streamed for 3 hours, I didn't watch any of it. Then like I watched the stream not live, like the full 3 hours of it. I don't know why. Oh, I forgot I'm in R46. Alright. Let's finally continue Fontaine.
Whoa! What a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past.
I love the names in Fontaine, like Spina di Rosula or Trees Magnesium, at least put it now.
Such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well,
yeah.
Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all.
Poisson. Yeah. It's surprisingly not that the voice surprisingly isn't that much different, but you can definitely tell. It sounds in a bad way, or I don't know if it's a bad way or a good way. It sounds slightly less like annoying than Paimon's voice. And I'll kind of miss that. Because that's like one of the things that made Paimon like so perfect. But oh well. The new voice actor is good though. They sound pretty identical. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's like different. It's a good thing. It's just different than what I'm used to.
Melus, we're back.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before
But they pretty
that
much
you
sound
still
identical.
had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
I can't what? Tell the difference?
It's because my partner here reminded me of something really
Yeah.
important. You still remember, right, Melus? On that night, it was
I'm
raining.
sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were
It's
what
just
you
like the
call
I'm forgetting his name. The guy in
impossible
Inazuma.
murders.
I don't know why I'm forgetting his name.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course.
Melus, just stay
Many
inside.
years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson.
Alright.
At a glance,
We
it was
totally
a kind
don't
of
know
drink
what
that
you're
could
talking about yet,
excite
because we
your
totally
mood
haven't done this
and
before.
produce many
Totally.
pleasant hallucinations.
So drugs?
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the
I think they're
primordial
just
water could be
describing drugs.
used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, if you drink synth for an extended amount
Alright.
of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing
Yeah.
the ability to focus or control your emotions.
It's just drugs.
And if you were to stop drinking it completely,
Yeah,
you'll
anyways.
experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything.
Okay, yeah, so they
It's
just
an
that.
extremely dangerous substance.
Yeah, they're never changing for his
As he
voice actor.
oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the
Why did they
mastermind
change
behind
Paimon's
the
voice
synth
actor? I don't know
operation
why.
and put an end to the problem once and for
Yes. But the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers. All of whom only sold the stuff, and weren't privy to the rest of the operation.
Yeah, the video just how
Recognizing
it
that,
goes.
my father decided to contact the dealers in secret, and cultivate personal relationships with them.
Oh, okay.
The man's name was Jacques. He
Maybe
felt
she was
greatly
on what
ashamed
they're
about his
talking about
work
right now.
After seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard.
Huh? How did that happen?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time.
Oh, okay.
There were pieces.
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the bank. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired. You're right.
Yeah.
We still don't know what
I
happened.
think I remember what happened.
But my
I don't
intuition
remember.
tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however,
the nice thing about me not having doing Fontain for a while is I
will
don't
not
remember
please
some
you,
of the like slight
As
parts.
you're and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for,
You know what you're saying?
he should have
Lisa
told me that
Navia will
himself.
never listen to that.
was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark.
I mean, you were kept in the dark because he didn't want you to do the same thing he did.
What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be...
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case.
Fontain is
But
key.
what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation
they really
that
cooked
you,
the Fontain.
Demoiselle, had been
I was
selected
in
as the next
Florida
target
when
to
Fontain
disappear.
released, like the day it released. That was peak.
What?
Being in Fontaine and in Florida at the same time.
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live. And the serial disappearances case caused him great
They should just add more to Fontaine.
5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right. So nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time.
No, I don't believe it.
They actually did try to take her life.
Sick to me.
Because they put the poison in the water, and she
No
almost drank it
father
with
wants
time on
their
ice
daughter
and
to
drank
see
it.
them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So
Fair
he
point,
chose
though.
to die in silence.
so that he could protect me.
Yep, pretty
I'm
much.
afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle.
Mm.
What Boss wanted to hand
I wish
to
they
you
added,
was
like,
not a
characters moving their
parasol,
mouth with talking.
but a sword.
Like what they do in
If
Wuthering
Boss's
Waves, I think.
spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
He'd also he'd be proud and disappointed.
No. He might have set up everything precisely because... Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now?
Alright, Navia, alright, Navia, chill.
Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way
Actually,
out.
no, they need the Minecraft movie
what was the key evidence that he
budget.
shared with you?
It's
150 million or something like
where
that.
synth is produced. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share this. But if you want to use it against the enemy...
Why? If we know where the place is...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious... There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside.
If anything, it should just be main time on the go.
A visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontain authorities?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case.
Huh. That's true.
You just go straight to Nouvelle.
Seems my father really had no choice, but things are different
We can
now.
just go straight to Nouvelle.
It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
Yeah, you're new
I
here.
am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and demoiselle's will.
He's new here, just ignore the fact that he's modded.
Take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time
I just modded someone today.
performing basic investigations
After 20 minutes of streaming.
Waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Maloose.
Trust.
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here.
There's
when
a
I
spy.
announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, after several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people. The first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could... There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around with a...
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yeah.
Yes, you can say that.
For who's ready for when I get
When
to
we
the
were
prison and
fighting
we have like
against the synth
15
dealers,
streams of me in the
they
prison?
provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit
The prison
difficult
takes
to
so long.
imagine
It's like
someone
as long as
using their
Sumeru
own
by
money
itself.
to hunt.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula
I'm pretty
and the
sure I
guards.
remember which one it was.
Although
I'm
the
not
guards
sure.
mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still... Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically...
I see. These are to think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been...
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry.
Of course.
Yeah.
And thank you.
You're too kind, my lady. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Aw, thank you so much, Melus.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover...
Alright. Alright, see you later. Now we're gonna go do the worst decision in Genshin and go talk to Jock's family. It's not gonna go well. Wait, you're tuned out because someone wants me hot X them inly? Alright, see you later. I don't understand, but see you later. They're watching stream also, they know you're here.
Settled, then. Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for
This is
arranging
not gonna go
everything for
good
us,
at
Melus.
all.
Excuse me, miss.
Hey, Navia's all quiet.
Hey,
This isn't like her at all.
yeah,
I'm
this
sorry
is just gonna go bad.
that I only came to visit after all this time.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died,
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with...
You don't understand at all.
Yeah,
I
she
didn't know
kinda
how
does.
to face you. Because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all
Yeah,
that
Navia's
guilt.
a little bit
On the matter
over-exaggerating,
regarding
but
my
oh well.
husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me?
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he tried to be as careful as he could. But even so...
They found out about his...
Papa didn't say that exactly. But Papa did tell me that I...
Before he left that day,
Alright.
he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized. I don't know that for sure.
Oh, okay.
But you could say that's the which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had, even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man. So why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well,
They probably threatened the
things
family.
aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man.
Then you should hold on
Yeah.
to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword, he must have done so to give you a better life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth.
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Alright. Is everything still working good? Just double checking. Yeah, we're good. It's crazy that that's the first time that they've talked to them.
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Laurent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
Greetings, boss.
Alright.
How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic?
It also reminded me
On the day that the incident, after my partner here put the dots together from, can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
What do you remember?
Let me think. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So my first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger. But when I got there, it was already too late.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation.
I think I remember what happened now.
Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table. But according to the guards, about the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a third person there?
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying, but hold on. If that's what had happened, he didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
I guess.
About that, Maloof's told I'll tell you everything once the...
I understand. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most.
Don't worry. You and all our other comrades at...
He didn't seem that suspicious. It's hard to tell. Oh, there is far. Oh yeah, he's a guard. Why are they making us talk to him next? Why can't we talk to the other guy that's probably there? Hi, Theory.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia?
Oh, so you've...
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances...
I mean, Callus did a fantastic job running the town. Building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing... It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat.
Yes. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case, and my father's, may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we... If you want to go through the original files from your...
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually...
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to...
Well, you see, just recently. So... if you, hypothetically, wanted to do something against me...
Then you think too high. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. So I can promise you, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though,
drugs are expensive.
Even the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, jokes aside, I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so...
Alright. Now it's Marcel. Sorry, Marcel, where are you? It's almost probably just faster just to walk there. Alright, Marcel. That ain't Marcel.
Hello. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Marcel.
Could share. I will let him know.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the office.
Yes,
Oh, you...
that's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf. I can already imagine everyone in Fontain discussing your exploits over...
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the top...
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact...
Yes. I was reminded of your father's case right away.
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense...
Oh, and...
We were attacked on Arrhenius by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also...
If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here to...
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you...
Alas, it seems things are heating up
Because
again.
Paimon, she's alive because Paimon was a big bag.
Soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières will use its...
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. Do you have any new thoughts on my...
About that. Sorry. The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet. So I was out and about the whole time, making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have... Then I heard the sound of a gunshot. And the rest...
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself.
You only said
we'll
one
ask around
gunshot.
some more. See?
Sounds good. Just let all my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
He only said he heard one gunshot.
We've talked to all three suspects.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right. Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circuit...
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he... If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just...
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the order and seek protection. Makes sense. But without evidence, besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been... It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the...
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, but who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Hold on, let me make sure everything's working first. Hate to say if it's Marcel.
And with funds from the Confrérie, it's still really hard for me to imagine that. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his...
Okay, it was not fun, no, sorry, theory.
So you're saying he's...
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he...
Theory, that's what I meant to press.
Say? But I didn't feel like...
Yeah, had he actually tampered with them if the mecha were taken from the guard?
Who could it be?
Someone else. I think it's Marcel.
You know,
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Think everything through?
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he...
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us.
even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Malus did say that charging straight in there would be... We need far more solid proof.
Navia, here you are.
Hi, Theory.
I've been looking for...
Huh? Aren't you...
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left.
Wasn't that place built specifically for hold...
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a
Tartaglia, child.
Tartaglia.
Can you hear me good? Tartaglia, child. We love child.
What? Is that...
Yeah.
We know him.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind...
Wait, how?
Yeah, child
None of
really
our
did that.
That's what I thought was strange about it. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible.
Right. Because...
Yeah.
It was not child.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just as expected of my partner.
I can tell you as a fact,
Since this
it was
is a
not
trial
child.
about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's intent. You're right. This is... I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be...
We'll help you.
Alright.
Mademoiselle, please allow us to accompany.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malus, Silver. When did you two get...
We heard that you'll be leaving. It's our hope that you're
Thank you so much.
See you then.
Alright, see you guys later. Yeah, I can confidently say, without a doubt, it is not child. Bro wouldn't have even been born when they started happening. Oh no, I guess Child's master has to come home right now since he's going to trial, right? Like right now in this poll. Dang it, I actually thought for a second. How'd I get Tyona? Out of any of the characters, I got Diana. Alright.
Let's go and try to find the entrance.
Put me down, alright, thank you. There's a, Oculus. It's blocked by something, alright. Where's it taking me?
Finally found
Oh, the entrance is literally where the Oculus
this
is.
is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. Ah, you're right. An important Navia's probably arguing up.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna show us.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or that, however, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate, in which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House.
Then
why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
Come on, Farina, do it.
Alas,
Dual
it
child.
would appear that communication with the defendant is going... In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again.
That case had nothing to do with... Huh? What? Why is she in...
I told you it couldn't be one of...
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well...
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had... We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue, and if my charges prove true, then...
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name.
Not to clear your
How
name, that's not the reason why.
So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been
We
lifted.
have child.
Now then, Miss Navia, who is the
Can you
person
still
you
hear
would
me
like to
good?
charge instead?
That person is...
Just make sure. Alright, we're good. Oop. Hold on, let me fix my mic. Alright. It is... Lenny didn't kill Cowell. Cowell killed Cowell.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabriere!
Huh? What confrérie?
I've heard of them, but...
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly... And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you...
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Members of the guards, please contact...
Alright. I hate to say, Marcel, it was you.
Mr. Marcel.
Apologies, sir. It all just happened so quickly. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a...
Very well. In that case, since both sides...
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case.
Navia, come on. Why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember, both you and I only... If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone...
I think there's no point in getting into these. Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must
I see.
Alright.
In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Alright. Oh, it's a Nouveau Life is
On the day of the
now?
murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabriere.
Alright.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel.
Okay.
These are the known facts.
Yep.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first. After that, the true culprit turned the third person and... Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. However, we should revisit the case now that we've...
Alright,
The testimony of the victim's family confirmed. However, unfortunately...
Okay. Primordial seawater? No?
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned...
Oh, and then here.
A pile of clothing was found at the... But now, it is... Since it was raining...
There we go.
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder.
There we go.
So that's what happened.
They just believe the second they
You're
hear
telling
it.
me something as dangerous as water from the primordials?
What a great theory. It also explains
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said.
Then, may I ask some questions? One, do you have the evidence?
I'm afraid...
Boo! If you don't have any
Just
evidence,
shut
you should
up.
just go...
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing...
That makes sense to me.
Why do I feel...
Maybe she's scared of him.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an...
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. Then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had
I've thought about this too. And the answer is actually the dissolving power of water from the primordial sea. My father could have exposed it for all to see. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a giant...
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the...
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter, but what good would that do? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice? But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to charm. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot. And
So, you mean to say...
That's right.
Yeah. He intended to die.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is...
Yeah, Chlorine, what is it?
I don't need your apology, your guilt, but since he entrusted his will to you,
so... During the...
Yes, as a champion duelist, I've fought many battles, and taken a countless number in my line of work. I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist... I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus
Since that's your testimony, I have no more...
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link...
Right? What she said was fascinating.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearance?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases, in my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of the culprit could only time their actions so precisely. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and...
So that's why you suspected me. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child.
No need to appeal.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said, on top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing?
True.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by... But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your
I suppose you're gonna tell me...
It's timing. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. In addition, I left my home in Shneznia when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontain.
I do apologize.
No.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family, what could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anger?
Seems like she got the right. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting, but aren't you going against all of his wishes? And he wished for you to become more rational, collected, and once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met...
This isn't just about me. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse. The people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances. Many people's images are flashing before me. And whose image is it a man named
Oh,
so...
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of some...
I was waiting for you to say that.
Vache. Can you show me, guys? Vache. We're gonna go get drugs. Alright.
Yoo-hoo!
Get the F-guard next.
Let my name echo in song.
Boom. Boom. Easy kill.
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Yeah. Just.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Wait. No, we need that guy. Then we go. Boom. Okay. You think they filled the whole room with primordial seawater?
It's rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Shower me with praise. Ha!
Boom. Boom.
Let's light
Boom.
it up. Everybody stand back.
Goodness, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me.
Strike a pop. Scatter. Time to shine.
Boom.
Eyes on me.
Boom. Boom.
Propagate.
Boom. That's kill, right? Yeah.
Germinate.
We kill him by a little bit. Is there 2 or 3? Two, alright.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Alright, let's go. Alright. I'm getting easy.
I'm going in. Let the world come alive. Propagate.
Ow. Let's kill them. Alright, 1v1. Nope, okay, nope. We've got them.
To ashes.
Easy kill. Dang, this is only 25% through Fontain. That's crazy. I always forget how long Fontain is.
After all that, though, as expected,
Yeah, welcome to the stream.
isn't here.
Yeah.
That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence.
Why is that water flowing up? Alright. Alright, probably here.
Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an Yep, this should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Yeah.
We still have not determined the old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise, he can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. Oh,
yeah.
Seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Now we got evidence of the third person.
What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace?
Stuff from the missing people.
Even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but... What? Huh?
Yeah.
You mean the girls from this... And then they were... And all the boxes of things. These names.
So we definitely have the right place.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of... Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. How can someone write something that terrible in such a... You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
I think I remember.
So that's why Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
Gosh, yeah.
Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
He's a researcher.
You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it! Vache... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would... In any case...
Vache. I think that's pretty much all we got. But we got this.
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water.
Yeah, primordial sea.
This is where they make all the synth. And that special water is, if you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But the pure stuff can... Paimon will take notes on this encrypt...
Alright. Got the pool, we got that. What else is there? We got that. Got that. Oh, we didn't get this.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the...
Yeah.
Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth?
Yeah. Found synth. Let's go, guys. We found drugs.
Almost everything here, and it...
Yeah, who's
we
boss
haven't found
there?
anything that reveals it. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify... Sure thing. Paimon...
Alright. You going? Vache. Vache. Need clues? Vache. No, alright, we did that. We got that. Got that. Got that. Got that. What happened? Where is Vache? Where's the hints on
You
here, I
take
guess?
that side and Paimon will take this side.
Oh, okay.
Ugh. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
Of course, Paimon's looking for snacks.
Whoa, really? What Paimon see?
Titanic.
Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name?
Okay.
Then you... Aw. It's just a normal diary. So many. A whole thing. The final name, Marcel. Wait,
Marcel.
but Marcel's pretty old.
You figured it out. Figured it out. To the opera eclipse.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named... Oh, so you do know that name.
I've merely surprised
nuclear
you'd suddenly say the name of
bombs,
someone
question mark?
I've never even heard of.
Can you guys still hear me good? Alright, we're good.
I was waiting.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my part.
Just how often do you intend...
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence...
The notebook. Oh, power plant, okay.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair, and we are after your lover. Vinier was dissolved. You kept abducting you. You even created Marcel as a new identity.
So that's it. Even and with that, Marcel's motive has
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior well, Marcel. You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention, so you never noticed how he changed, or...
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
For our determination to see things...
You're determined.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself.
Do you think? Do you really pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain?
Exploding
Ever known
Titanic?
how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, they said there's no way a human being can turn into water. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your Vinier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together.
Alright.
Wherever she goes, but I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved.
So he's finding a way to dissolve himself.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go, I did all of that. And in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles.
The submarine
to get stabbed by his idiot daughter.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress.
Don't touch me. Don't anybody come near me. Vinier, please, Vinier.
At this point, the verdict of this
Can we
trial
tell
is
the
clear.
thing?
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence.
Should we tell Vacher about what?
The man now known as
said?
Marcel was originally named Vache and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vinier. During an underwater expedition, Vinier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vache. Vache learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to during the course of his research, Vache discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, after exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn callous. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed. Thus concludes the enigmatic history. The Oratrice will now deliver the final
Alright, what does the Oratrice making again? Luis Cardinal say? We still good? Can you hear me still good? Yeah, we're good. We chilling.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vanchet is guilty.
Guilty.
Guards! Take the...
Wait, should we say the thing first?
With that, the
We really just witnessed hit.
Yippee! He's heard so many Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for is
Yeah.
See, Papa?
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama?
Nice.
The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs
Shut
have
up,
been... Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Alright.
What now?
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you...
Oh, come on. Is this really...
Please respect the laws of Fontain.
All right, but this...
Alright.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been... The guilty party has been identified, and thus, we now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal to...
What does the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal say now?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent?
He's
What's
guilty.
with this verdict?
Huh? This has never happened before.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
But
Yeah,
weren't
maybe.
the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't...
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. Guards, please take this...
Sorry, child. Apparently you're guilty now. Oh, you can show me tomorrow, because I probably won't be doing Fortnite tonight.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a
Yup.
joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
W child. We love child. He just wanted to fight in the end. Alright, yay, Harbinger. We love Harbinger, child. He's like using one small fraction of his power absolutely obliterates child.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
He uses one fraction of his power. Bro solos any universe.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Yeah, we have to ask the Archon.
I don't know.
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not?
My dearest citizens, did you really don't tell me? You thought...
But the way she looked just now...
Yeah, she has
However,
no clue.
given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. And, of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has... If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances, everything he's done, not to mention the all shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions. Now, having said that, Although I hate to leave things hanging in such...
So she chose to make her escape out.
Yep.
So you're saying...
She probably just put on that performance to save face.
Yeah, she has no
However,
clue.
please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as...
All right. Even though we feel pretty bad. After all, he's done plenty of bad...
Yeah, but not like that. Alright, leave the opera house, alright.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
I'm Marcel.
Marcel! What are you doing?
Stop resisting arrest!
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first? Yeah. I erased all records of that name.
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been...
Really? You did? You're sure? The Fountain of Lucine? Then... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let...
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile?
This request, is it worth as much to you as...
Of course! Wait.
Humans. Will they betray... Very well.
Your Honor,
I will go with him.
Yeah, he will not escape.
In that case...
Thank you.
I don't know if they'll be able to talk to her, but... Can you tell me again? Alright, we're good. We being chilling.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing.
Vache!
Ah!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it—
Vinier, it's me!
Vache?
I'm here!
Hey, wait!
Alright.
Vinier, is that you?
Vache? Why did you come? You look...
It's been more than 20 all this time. Only the thought of bringing... I must be dreaming. Vinier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I...
But Vache... If not for you, I would have finished my law degree, and if not for you, I would have continued. If not for you, I would at least have been It's all because of yours. You're right. I am not every woman who died by your hand. As our bodies dissolved, our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals. But I'm Cressy, the only one I am...
Why?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time, but did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? You are a liar. A heartless... The only thing you are not. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness
Yeah.
No!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from... But on top of that, she said that because she knew that if you did come here...
Oh boy.
We'll show no mercy to you.
Vache.
Vache? Vache. 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 Vache.
Oh boy.
Drown.
Hey, cool. Vache is no longer Vache, okay. But I'm so funny, chat.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able...
Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Hello, Silver. Hello,
Oh, hey, Navia!
Why am I not remembering
It's
his
been
name?
a few...
Oh,
My
now
brain
that
just
I
forgets
believe.
so easily.
I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon.
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days.
Yeah.
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then. This time, though,
So his name's definitely...
It's been the
That's good.
dearest wish
Me
of
with such
Demoiselle all
ignorance.
along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just... Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too?
Yeah, way back when I
Right.
first became the president of the Spina di... I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness. Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence...
That's good.
Now that's another thing to look forward to.
Oh, and in other news,
Oh, are you two...
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clorand... It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also...
Oh, that's great. Paimon also...
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will... Actually...
What is it?
I should pay a
What
visit
is
to
it?
my father's grave. And on top of that...
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Sure, let's go.
Too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the...
Yeah.
Alright. Nouvellette is crying.
This is where my father's grave...
Huh? There's someone there. Isn't that Nouvellette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt...
In that case, I will stop apologizing.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions in any case.
Well, ever since that day, there was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fate. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. But Mr. Callus proved, if not for his sacrifice, the serial Mr. Callus made the choice, and in the end, from a certain perspective, a justice that's higher than... So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. This regret has filled me with a sadness. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work.
We love Nouvellette.
So, you're actually one of those types that...
Sorry about that. Self-expression.
Didn't I just say you'd...
Ah, so Navia and Nouvellette seem to have... Let's not disturb them for...
Yeah.
Paimon anyone's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Huh?
Alright.
Oh no. Anyway,
Seriously, it's crazy.
still standing around there. It's not often that we can.
Let's go talk to him. And maybe we can start figuring out about our sibling that we've been trying to figure out this whole time.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Na-
We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see.
Yep.
I see.
Well,
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my...
Can I have your character for free? Oh, never mind. Sibling.
Your sibling? Another blonde-haired if he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter. Is there anything else?
Child.
My apologies. However, I still believe that... For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat as a divinely created mechanism. The people's unified... Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses... Which is all to say, I have been prepared for...
So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that... In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed... While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have... If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest...
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll...
Is there anything else?
Prophecy in the
that
water.
the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne. But does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right!
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but... Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words, the former Hydro...
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon?
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum.
But with Farina being the way she
Is there anything else?
One more thing. Water.
At court, the bad guys referred to that special water as...
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vache and his ilk only learned of its nature. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea.
Huh. So it really was where everything...
But today, the primordial sea no... What Vache discovered must have been some kind of special case.
Huh.
Okay.
So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then why would people... at least people from...
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. Is there anything...
I think that's it.
Very well.
No more questions.
It was my honor to provide you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well.
All right. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Yeah. Alright. Boom.
You know, we've been walking around for a while now. Why don't we go back to the Spina di Rosa...
Paimon, you have not walked a single step. We get a free wish. Let's go, chat. Skirt, come home, question mark? Bruh. Okay, next bowl, we get 2, so that's good. Let's claim dailies.
Navia said something about having a place ready for us there.
I think we're good, right?
Come on, let's go!
mic-wise, I think. Yeah. Nick, this is like the first time in a while. I feel like my mic just hasn't stopped working during the stream.
Thank you for complete.
Alright.
Add Astra.
Daily expedition. We need those more. Alright, with that, I think it's time to end stream for tonight. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!